What's up, YouTube? It's the Tempest. It's been a long time since I uploaded anything, but I've just been doing a lot. Last month I was building a new Yu-Gi-Oh deck and testing it, and then Set 8 came out for Vanguard, and I was doing a bunch of stuff for that. I did a couple features on the Science of Vanguard, which is a new channel. You should go subscribe to them. I'll post a link in the comment section. But yeah, Science of Vanguard, they're pretty chill guys, pretty good at what they do. So I've done a couple features with them. But I'm back. Finals are done, so I'm gonna post a whole bunch of stuff. I updated my Yu-Gi-Oh decks, and I updated some Vanguard decks too. So I'll show those, and yeah, it'll be fun. All right, so I'm bringing you my X-Saber deck. This is the deck I will likely be playing for the rest of the format. It's just too good, and I posted a really complicated version of this deck a while back. But this is like, this is like it's almost finished, and I have everything. I know what I'm playing, so it runs really well if you like it. Yeah, kind of obvious cards, obvious. So let's get right to it. First card we have is 3 X-Saber Bogart Knight. In this deck, I used to run 2 of these. Now I'm running 3. It's very good. Basically all the Beast Warrior support we got out of Cosmo Blazer really helps this deck. You got your Tenki, you got your Fire Fist cards, and you got Tiger King. So I'm running 3 Bogart Knight to help with the Excuse Place. 2 Full Helm Knight and 1 Airblom. Just standard level 3 tuners really. Full Helm Knight helps you by getting your X-Sabers back from the graveyard. Airblom's good for poking. They're both fairly useful in different cases, so I'm just playing 1 and 2. 3 Emmer's Blade, kind of not really needed, but I have the space for it, so I might as well, In case you didn't know, what he does is, when he's destroyed by battle, you can special summon another X-Saber from the deck, so pretty helpful. 3 Dark Soul. It's a standard searcher when it's sent to the graveyard. Pretty nice. You gotta max him. You can run like 2 Emmer's Blade, but you have to max Dark Soul. He just gets you so many things. 3 Full Troll. At first I wasn't sure if I was going to play this card at 2 or 3, but I'm really liking it at 3. There's only 15 X-Saber cards, but normally you don't really draw into him, more than one of him. So. And some people say it's cloggy. I do not have a problem with clogginess. He's really good. I just think he's alright at 3. Again, you might want to play him at 2 with this deck, but normally you have enough stuff to go on. So, and then my last 2 cards are 2 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Gorilla. This one's supposed to be a bear, but I do not have a bear, so I'm gonna wait to see if bear goes down again after Tachyon comes out, and yeah, buy 1. At lower price. So yeah, I like Gorilla a lot. I would run 2 because I don't have a bear, but really 1 bear, 1 Gorilla would be ideal for me because they're both so good. Gorilla pops back rows and he lets you search when he destroys monsters. Bear pops monsters and he lets you search when he attacks directly. So yeah, pretty good. And they're both ranked level 4, so with the Fire Fist spell and traps I have, you can really synergize them with Bogart Knight for your Excuse Place. Alright, so for spells, I have 3 Tenkis. Tenki lets you search for any Beast Warrior, get you your Bear, your Gorilla, and your Bogart Knight. And then I also have 1 Tensu. This lets you normal summon a Beast Warrior from your hand in addition to your normal summoner set. So this gives you Excuse Plays with Bogart Knights, it gives you more synchro opportunities, lets you drop Fall Troll faster. There's a lot you can do with Tensu. I only have 1 because you can search it with Tiger King and your other Fire Fist cards, so and it really isn't needed that much. Like it's pretty good, but you don't absolutely have to have Tensu. So it is good to have for the Excuse Plays, but I only need to draw into it. I'd rather search it out when I need it. So, and then continuing on with staple spells, we have 2 dualities. They're just very helpful. Most of the stuff in this deck you can actually on a normal summoning or setting. You don't have to go complete synchro shenanigans in 1 turn with this card. So. It helps you within your deck. If you're duality into a Tenki, it's really good, so that's why it's good to have. 1 Lance, 1 Book of Moon. Ideally, this would be another Lance. I have to get another one, hoping it goes down, but it probably won't. They both have the same function. They allow Full Helm Knight and Bear and Gorilla to hit things, and also prevent things from getting targeted in some cases. So yeah, they basically have the same function. Of course, Lance is better than Book of Moon, but what am I going to do? I only have one Book of Moon, one Lance, so might as well. Two MSTs, only set space for two. I feel like I only really need two. As the format goes on, the big three are going to be Elemental Dragon, Prophecy, and Mermail. And none of those cards run heavy back row at all. The only one I'm worried about would be Dino Robin and Evil Swarm, and that really, if I come up against one of those decks and they get first turn Logia, this deck is already screwed, so nothing really MST can do. Monster Reborn, pretty obvious. Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. I'm still keeping the Heavy in, even though I play Tenkies and Tensus. So, I really like it. Pretty normal spell lineup, I think. Traps, only 2 E-calls, 15 X-Sabers in here. I usually use this to get out of free synchro play, but let's be honest, there's just not a lot of thing you can do with it. Like, you can't bring back the Fire Fist with it. Some people will say, why you only run 2 Golems E-call if you have 3 Faltral? I mean, I don't, The fact is, though, if you have 2 of these and you have 2 X-Sabers engraved and you're stuck with 2 Faltrals in hand, you can use this to get out more stuff as soon as you draw another X-Saber. So it's pretty darn good. Gets you anything you need to get your Faltral plays. But I still only run it 2 because, there's still a lot of back row removal in this format for some reason. Even though it's really weird too, because a lot of top decks are running back row removal, even though none of the top decks have back row. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, 2 E-call. I think it's good at 2. 2 Mirror Force. Yeah, it's Mirror Force. 2 Torrential. 2 Bottomless. 2 Judgment. Yeah, Judgment Warning. You get the idea. No Deprison. Unfortunately, don't have space for it. And no Fiendish Chain left-sided, again, because I don't have space for it. So yeah, standard trap lineup. Most of it's mass removal and a little bit of spot removal with Bottomless is pretty good. Yeah, so it's pretty much standard X-Saber deck with the Fire Fist engine. Not bad. I think you'll find that it plays really well. Yeah. Alright, so extra deck we got Naturia Parkion. The one problem this deck has with Synchros is that without Paschal in here, you don't get to make level 7, level 8, and level level 5 plays really easily. So you're not stuck with level 6 and level 9 synchro monsters, which isn't bad for this deck. But I don't play Paschal. I think you don't need Paschal with Fire Fists. You can play Paschal if you want, up to you. But yeah. Hyunmei, not liking her quite as much anymore because, again, the background move was kind of dumb and she's only 23. But she does let you, she is another X-Saber, so it's good to have her for that name at least. Souza, I go into him a lot just because I have Bogart Knight like in every hand. And having a tuner is really common, so he's good to have. Yeah. Would I play 2? I might play 2 at some point. Not sure yet. But still, it's one of my favorites. Black Rose Dragon. Because you have the Fire Fists in here, you can make him with a Fire Fist level 4 and a level 3 tuner. So you're not completely restricted by just having Bogart to synchro with. And Black Rose is really helpful at some points. You got your Gothams. Gothams is really helpful. Runs over everything in the format essentially, and you only need 2 cards to make him, so no problem there. And almost every one of your synchros is an Earth, so you can just go into a synchro and then go into Gothams if you need to. This worm, don't usually have to make him in this deck, but the fact is I can. So if I need to, I will. Some people would say Gaia Knight's better here, but if I could go for a Gaia Knight, I'd rather make a rank 3 play. So yeah, simple as that. And then for my Exceeds, I've got Zenmanes, Leviathan, Acid Golem. I'm still waffling between Acid Golem and 10 Tempo, but I find that without Gaia Knight, Acid Golem is necessary to help you run over big things that you couldn't otherwise get over with Parkion. So I'm probably going to keep him in, but I'm not sure yet. And then for rank 4s, we got Tiger King. Oh my god, Tiger King. One thing I learned while playing Fire Fists is not to overextend, because if you overextend in the deck, you can not come back. So what you do is you can summon Bogart Knight, summon another Bogart Knight, exceeds into this, grab Tenki, Tenki search for Bear, and then you have the Bear to go into next turn, as opposed to using like Tensu and summon the Gorilla in your hand, you know. So you want to use Tiger King to shut your Tenkis and play strategically. I'd only play one personally, but it's really good otherwise. I mean, if it gets bottomless, whatever, you know, you still get your search. If it gets warninged, that's kind of a shame, but at least they burn their one warning and you can't. I mean, it's really hit or miss, but Tiger King I like a lot, and only one because, you know, 3 Bogart, you know, Bear, Gorilla. I have like other rank 4, like I have like 5 other rank 4s, you know, and I have about synchros too, so I gotta worry about this. So only one Tiger King. I just don't want to play 2 really. My stroke is a staple. Play my stroke if you can. Pep Operative, also a staple. Kind of sad that I don't have Black Ship of Corn. I'd rather play him than Pep Operative, but you know, yeah. Utopia, yeah. Diamond Direwolf would be better to have, but it's Utopia. It's a staple. It's 2500, so yeah, why not? Fairy King, Albertich, better than nothing, to be honest. I'd rather play him than Gem Knight Burrow because he's a little bit better at destroying opponents' cards. And then, of course, Shockmaster. With Tensu in here, Shockmaster is very viable, very live. You basically go Bogart, use Bogart's effect, summon another Bogart, and then normal Bear Gorilla and make Shockmaster. And that happens a lot more often than you'd expect it, actually. So, yeah. And of course, Shockmaster is devastating. You can summon it. Alright. Now for the extra deck, I'm still 100% on this, but I have changed it, or a side deck rather, since my last video. So I've got 2 Veilers. Took out the Ryo, and you'll see why in a minute. I'm either taking out Veilers or taking out Ryos, but I'm not sure yet because she still does hits quite a bit this format. 2 Maxis. I've been told that the third one is necessary now to stop dragons and stop Prophecy from doing shit. So I might try and get a third one, but 2 Maxi is always good. The third MST for the Evil Swarm Rabbit matchup. Double Dust Tornado for the same reason. I still like it because you can set E-Call from your hand. I could also take out this for Ryo, but you know, Ryo hurts my deck too because it lets me, it stops Tenki and Dark Souls. So yeah, 2 Compulse. I like this card a lot. It's just good to have. 2 Mind Crush. Stop things from searching. Very good against a lot of different decks. Better than Ryo in a lot of ways. 2 Fiendish. Same as Veiler, but it's like against Samurais and stuff. It's like keeps them on the board. I don't know. I like it. It's pretty good. And then I got 2 Imperial Iron Wall. This will be against Prophecy and E-Dragon matchup. It prevents cards from being removed from play, and also against Rabbit, I guess. So that game too, they won't be able to defissure you. They won't be able to macro you. They'll be able to use Priestess or Eternity or Fate, and they'll be able to use any element of dragons that banish themselves. So it really slows down the deck searching. I only own 2 of these. I would try to get a third one if I could. They're just so good. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. So that's my deck. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And stay tuned because I'm going to be posting a new deck in very soon. Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching.